What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the nation, Manifest Nation. Of course, I'm Brian Hyppolite, the Manifest Mentor. It's a pleasure and an honor to have this moment with you. I plan on being a reflection. I plan on being a mirror, holding the mirror to you so that you can see your greatness, so that you don't just be caught up on the things that your trauma has told you, your failures have told you, your family has told you, your environments have told you. No, we tapping in with our greatness, our glory, our power, and our purpose. That's what we're doing on today's episode. But you know what? We're going to start with one of my favorite songs, one of your favorite songs, Mirror. Let's get to it.
Oh, you had it twisted. Oh, you didn't know that you was gifted. You ain't know that stuff you went through just set you up for winning. You ain't know. Oh, you ain't know that you was chosen. You ain't know that you was golden. You ain't know you was important, huh? Oh, you ain't know you had a purpose much bigger than anything you ever considered. Oh, you ain't know. Well, I'ma be your mirror. Look, you have something to offer, you are not your mistakes. You wanna share your thoughts, but think nobody relates. Lowballing your work, and that's the irony, isn't it? When a life is significance, but don't think it's significant. You gotta shift your thinking, get in line with your infinite. Release all the negative beliefs that you dealing with. I know you can hear me, you know who you are. Identify with your greatness instead of your scars. Let's let go of all these labels. You are not defective. Be the first to know your presence is a blessing. In today's lesson, I leave for you to learn, as you can only have what you believe you deserve. Change your self-perception, your thoughts and your action. The secret is understanding the law of attraction. Look, it's time to start living out your passions. That's how you get your phoenix rising up about them ashes. Oh, you had it twisted. Oh, you didn't know that you was gifted. You ain't know that stuff you went through just set you up for winning. You ain't know. Oh, you ain't know that you was chosen. You ain't know that you was golden. You ain't know you was important, huh? Oh, you ain't know you had a purpose much bigger than anything you ever considered. Oh, you ain't know. Well, I'ma be your mirror, so you can see it clearer. I took it out of my mind and put it all in my hands. If you was count me out, cancel all of them plans. I'm selling dope in the open. These are audiograms. Apply real pressure, fakes ain't strong enough to withstand. I'm built different, it feel different, it's real different. When you embrace what makes you different, and that makes a difference. This is self-love, this is self-healing. Real wealth, belief in self, I pray you know the feeling. This is self-awareness, this is self-acceptance. It's about that time you turn your flaws into a secret weapon. I was destined. Ain't see a way, so I made my own. Paved my own, stumbling blocks turn to stepping stones. Private planes, my daughter stepping on. Manifested, I got my blessings on. Bloomed in the midst of a storm that would've killed you. They tell me when they hear you, the real ones gon' feel you. I tell them we go win no matter the hand they deal you. Tupac staring at the world through my rear view, but you can't drive forward staring in the rear view. You gotta have a clear view on this road to life, so never make moves from what you seen in your rear view. I'm just trying to prepare you. Face your fears, you learn from what scares you. And if you're holding back tears, let them tear through. You can outgrow your problems, I dare you. Had it twisted. Oh, you didn't know that you was gifted. You ain't know that stuff you went through just set you up for winning. You ain't know. Oh, you ain't know that you was chosen. You ain't know that you was golden. You ain't know you was important, huh? Oh, you ain't know you had a purpose much bigger than anything you ever considered. Oh, you ain't know. Well, I'ma be your mirror, so you can see it clearer. That's you. That's you. That's you. That's you. Look at that greatness. That's you. That's you. That's you. Look at that greatness. That's you. That's you. That's you. Look at that greatness. That's you. That's you. That's you.
Knew she was chosen, it felt too good to be real. She leaned her head on my shoulder, she said we destined for greatness. Baby, I love you for real. Hope you see me clear, you just look in the mirror. I can see the reflection together, we lead the weapons. It make no sense to be playing, baby, you be you for real. Hope you know that them gifts that you got, that shit give me chills. That shit give me chills. Ain't no comparing, she foreign, she not American, but she one in a million. And rock a boat like a lil, she know what it is. We know what it is. Shorty flexing her excellence. We gon' look at the stars. We ain't gon' wait till tomorrow. Blessings.
Oh, you had it twisted. Oh, you didn't know that you was gifted. You ain't know that stuff you went through just set you up for winning. You ain't know. Oh, you ain't know that you was chosen. You ain't know that you was golden. You ain't know you was important, huh? Oh, you ain't know you had a purpose much bigger than anything you ever considered. Oh, you ain't know. Well, I'ma be your mirror, so you can see it clearer. That's you. That's you. That's you. That's you. Look at that greatness. That's you. That's you. That's you. Look at that greatness. That's you. That's you. That's you. Look at that greatness. That's you. That's you. That's you. Look at that greatness. That's you.
And there's so much power in that song. As I was just listening to it, like, man, I was this time around, I was honestly just vibing to it and listening to it like it was something I'm just hearing for the first time, something I'm just taking in and consuming. And man, there's so much power in the beliefs that this song is telling you to have. There's so much power in understanding that you're not your struggle. You're not those things that tripped you up. We've spent so much time falsely identifying ourselves. And to be honest with you, as I've traveled the world, mentoring and speaking to people, as I've really gotten to know y'all and hear from you, most of us are suffering from a false identity that we have no business having to begin with. Most of us are suffering from a false identity that our environments gave us, that our failures gave us, that our fears have given us. It's time to change all that, though. And this broadcast is here to help you do that. So I'm getting my y'all gonna have my full attention in just a moment. I'm about to start streaming on IG as well, because we want to get everybody in here for this one. We definitely want to get everybody in here for this one. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, it's a great day. It's really a great day to be greater than we've ever been, and a great day to acknowledge our greatness instead of just perpetuating this cycle of lack and limitation that we've been living in. We ain't on that type of time. That's not what we wanting for ourselves. So that's not what we're gonna offer ourselves. Earlier today, I was playing a broadcast from my Greater Existence podcast, and man, just listening to it, it was a podcast episode that was recorded some time ago. So just listening to it was just such a refresher of the fact that it's been normalized to have this struggle. It's been normalized to use all of the things that we go through. It's been normalized to keep us in victim mode. It's been normalized to not rise to power. You know what I mean? We grew up in environments that didn't champion us outgrowing them. We grew up in environments that told us they wanted us to stick within a certain box, that gave us lack and limitation as the recipe of how we was going to live our lives. So it's no wonder that many of us have grown into adults that still operate under lack and limitation. I think it's a very fair thing to say that our parents, or many of our parents, failed us emotionally, failed us when it came to teaching us emotional intelligence. Many of our parents failed when it came to teaching us how to thrive. Most of our parents were teaching us how to survive. And no diss to the parents. I'm quite sure there was many of them that were doing the absolute best that they could and doing what they knew how to do. So, but we're the generation that has to shift it. If we was even going to attempt to continue moving the same way that we've been moving, before you passes on to the next generation, I want to ask you, where are the results? Where are the results behind the mindset that you want to pass down? That said, this is what the next generation needs. Where are the results behind the way that you live in? That say, this is what the next generation needs. Where are the results? And if you don't see the results, please reconsider what you're about to pass down, what you are being an example of for the generation that follows, and what you're creating for the generation that follows. Because you're either creating a way out of that bloodline curse, or you're creating a culture that strengthens that curse. So, you know, it's all up on, it's all on you. To those who are tapping in right now, whether you are watching from Instagram, who we got in here for TikTok, from Facebook, from, I already said Instagram. If you're watching from YouTube, anywhere but Twitch, I want to tell you, you only getting a piece of this. But let's get it started. Let's get it right. I want to know who's in here. Where you from? Where you repping? Where you at? Who's in here? Talk to me. Put it in the chat. I appreciate y'all pulling up. It's a powerful day, and we are going to talk about breaking your limitations today. Yeah. Hey, you right, Tevin. You are 100% right. There's so many people, grown people now, people with children that are still mentally at middle school level in their mentality and the way that they're going through life. There's a lot of us still at a elementary level in the way that we actually deal with life and the way that we go through life. It's time for that to change. It's time for that to be upgraded and updated. You know, there's so many reasons behind that. There's so many reasons behind that. There's some people who, you know, you don't evolve past the point of pain that has not been healed, that has not been dealt with. So there was trauma that came into our lives early in our lives. And because that was never addressed and never dealt with, when something triggers us, it takes us back to that same place. And if that trauma occurred when you were 12 years old, when you get triggered in your 30s, you go back to start acting like a 12-year-old in your logic. Even if you may not, you know, do it in every other aspect of your life, but in your logic, in your pain point, the thing that's driving that behavior from that trigger. You've seen people respond, being completely grown and responding like an adolescent when a certain trigger triggers them. So there's a bunch of reasons why we are like that. But today is about moving forward. Shout out to Louisiana. Shout out to Tampa, Florida. Shout out to all of Florida. I always got to say that. Shout out to all of Florida. Shout out to Haiti, for real. You already know what's going on. Shout out to all the Haitians. Shout out to all my Zoes. Shout out to Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, more specifically. Shout out to New Jersey, Central Jersey, East Orange, Plainfield, Scotch Plains. Shout out to North Jersey. Shout out to New York. We always got to shout out to New York, man, because y'all be showing some major love. Y'all be showing major love. Shout out to the DMV. Who else in here? Yeah, Johannesburg, South Africa. Okay. Big up from Thailand. Okay, I see y'all. What's up, Michelle? I see one of my favorite new mentees just stepped into the room, man. Big shout out to everyone that's in the Manifest Mastery or the Manifest Mentorship Program, and everyone that's a part of Manifest University. But more specifically, everyone that's a part of this Manifest Nation channel that we got going on Twitch, man. We are taking it to a whole nother level. So to those who are just joining, welcome to the nation. Welcome to the nation. You know what I'm saying? Manifest Nation, peace, power, and presence. That's what we are about. This is not just a live stream. This is not just content. This is a sanctuary for visionaries, divine builders, and bloodline breakers. This is where excuses come to die, where truth is spoken raw, and where destinies are resurrected. You didn't land here by accident. You were called here. Thank you for responding to the call, because something in you knows you were not built for average. You were not built to continue these cycles. You weren't designed to live in these cycles. You were put here at this intersection of time and space so that you can stop the pain that would have been otherwise passed down in your bloodline or passed down to your family. Manifest Nation, this is the table where healing becomes habit, where knowledge becomes power, where alignment becomes a lifestyle. We're here to talk real. We're going to expose some wounds, that's for sure. But that's only to heal them. We're going to confront sabotage. That's certain. That's to remove it. We're going to shine light on lies, and that's to expose them so we can uncover the truth. And then, and only then, will we build, because we spent way too much time building off of lies. So it's time to build off the truth. So let's lock in, because tonight, you're not just listening. Tonight, you'll participate. You're not just scrolling. You're stepping. Tonight, you're not just consuming. You're becoming. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're here for your elevation. Today's a day of elevation and evolution. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're here for your elevation and your evolution. And now listen, check me out. If you're watching from IG, if you're watching from TikTok, you're watching from YouTube, if you're watching it from anywhere but Twitch, I want you to understand you are only catching the crumbs of this broadcast. If you're watching from anywhere but Twitch, the full feast is over here on Twitch. You see more, you experience more, you get access to more. Matter of fact, if you're going to want the access to this replay, you're gonna want to be able to come back to this. And the only way you're gonna be able to do that is to subscribe to the Twitch channel. The replay will be available on the Twitch channel for maybe about a week. After that, though, everybody knows the way that you get it, the way that you tap in is to subscribe to the channel so you can get access to Manifest University, which is my online community. This is an active community that I'm in daily, that I'm talking to people in it daily, that I'm feeding daily with knowledge and information. Listen, if you like or love the things that you see from me, the content that you see from me on social media, that's just a glimpse, that's just a piece of what goes into this community on a daily basis. So if you want to link with me, if you want to join this community of generational curse breakers and generational wealth builders, this is the time to do it. Make sure you get in. Matter of fact, when you subscribe to the Twitch channel, you're going to get 8 of my ebooks. You're going to get my Manifesting You workbook. You're going to get access to guided meditations, affirmations. You're going to get a lot of powerful things. So take advantage of the perks. And that's only for the first 111 people that subscribe to this channel and support this channel and this movement that we got going on. I love y'all to life, and thank you so much for the support. What's going on, Candace? Yeah, I see you, Jimmy. I see you, Tiffany. What's going on? I see my Manifest Mastery, my Manifest Mentorship. I see Manifest University in the building, and you know I love it. I love it when y'all present. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Don't forget though, subscribe to the channel on Twitch. Don't just get this. Get the vote, get the Discord, get the daily tribe, because a lot of y'all need accountability. You're going to get this information, but what you going to do with it? I guarantee you would do something different with it if you knew someone was going to check in on you and see exactly how you was progressing. So don't play small. Pull up a chair to this real table. And again, welcome to the nation, Manifest Nation. Now let's build. I want to start by reading you a passage from my book, Manifesting You. Let me grab that. You know, I got 10 books. Shout out to all the authors out here. Shout out to everyone who know that not only do you have something powerful to say, but people need to read it. People need to get an understanding. So I want to read y'all something out of this book. Today is my favorite book, Manifesting You, 111 Keys to Unlocking Your Divinity. This is my first out of my 10 books. This is the one that started it all, that made a lot of people stop and say, who is Brian Hyppolite? We got a lot of great looks in the wake of this book. But more than all that, there's not a day that I don't wake up and hear from someone somewhere that applying the knowledge of this book has changed their life. And that's what I'm here for. That's what it's really all about. So listen, this is what I want from you right now. I want you to give me a number between 1 and 111 so I can read your corresponding key from this powerful, amazing book. This is 111 keys to unlocking your divinity. So if you're ready to unlock your divinity today, I'm going to give you a key to do it. So give me a number between 1 and 111 and we're going to get to it. We gonna get to it. I see the Manifest University family say key number 9. We could start with key number 9. We could do that. Before we get to key number 9, let's start with some affirmations. Can we do that? Because matter of fact, there are some affirmations that's actually key number 11 in this book. And what's it's turned into over the last 5 years since this book has been released is the Manifest University affirmations. So for those that link with me in the community, you know, these are like our pledge of allegiance. These are the things that we are pledging our allegiance to, our divinity. So I want to read you these affirmations, and if you have the opportunity, if you're available to right now, repeat after me. All right, let's elevate the vibration in the room. So check this out. We're going to repeat this. I am letting go of every part of me that's not contributing to my elevation. I am letting go of every part of me that is not contributing to my elevation. I am moving forward with dignity, grace, and patience. I am moving forward with dignity, grace, and patience. I am welcoming this new chapter with the highest level of gratitude and humility. I am welcoming this new chapter with the highest level of gratitude and humility. My spirit rises to match the new and magical beginnings that await me. My spirit rises to match the new and magical beginnings that await me. Low vibrating energies can't reach me at this height. Low vibrating energies can't reach me at this height. My vision is locked and focused on the multiple blessings that are coming my way. My vision is locked and focused on the multiple blessings that are coming my way. Those are the that's the Manifest University Pledge of Allegiance. And those affirmations are found in key number 11 of this powerful book. Can you say that though? I'm sure you just repeated it, but do you believe that you are letting go of every part of you that's not contributing to your elevation? If you choose to make that your lifestyle, make that your declaration every day, make that the decree, make that something that you're going through life with. I am letting go of every part of me that is not contributing to my elevation. If that's something that you tell yourself and put into your brain enough times to where that's your response to life. You see things, you wake up, you feel something, you move a certain way, you realize that's not contributing to my elevation. I'm not going to blame anyone else. I'm going to take responsibility, and I am letting go of every part of me that is not contributing to my elevation. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So let me get to key number 9. Key number 9 is telling you to listen to detox meditation music at 741 hertz. The reason that you would do this is because it helps to remove mental blockages, cleanse aura, and dissolve toxins. Matter of fact, as you listen to this audiobook, the Manifesting You audiobook, there is music behind it that was intentionally placed there that is at 741 hertz. That frequency, like I said, helps to remove mental blockages, cleanse aura, and dissolve toxins. These can be found on YouTube or through a Google search. Simply explained, music tones exist on frequencies and resonate with our minds and our bodies. This tone, 741 hertz frequency in particular, can be used to stimulate your mind so thoughts and ideas grounded at the forefront of your mind may give way to other thoughts moving around in the back of your mind. So try it. Try it while meditating. Try it while planning, while cleaning, while sleeping, etc. All right. That's key number 9. Somebody give me another one. I see my brother Jimmy say key number 61. Let's go there. Key number 61. All right. This is the beginning of the habits chapter. Yeah. Chapter number 5 is all about habits. In the beginning of chapter 5 says success, failure, poverty, sickness, and health are all obtained through regularly repeating routines and behaviors. So no matter what the landscape of your life looks like, the power of your habits can and most likely will determine what it will continue to look like, creating either the life that you want or the life that you don't. Now you have the keys. What will you do with them? To get something you've never had, you will have to do something you've never done. So keep climbing, and I'll meet you at the top. Key number 61, Jimmy. It says your habits are the framework of your life. When dealing with habits, there can be no compromise between your actions and your desired outcome. I'm going to say that again. When dealing with your habits, there can be no compromise between your actions and your desired outcome. That's powerful right there. Just as there's no compromise between poverty and wealth, happiness or sadness, the roads that lead to them flow in completely different directions and under two completely different currents. If you want riches, you must abandon every road that leads to poverty. And this far exceeds the realm of finances. I'm really not referring to material possessions or the accumulation of money at all. Rather, riches in terms of wealth of life, happiness, spirituality, prosperity, and peace. Obtaining the best version of yourself is the real bag. And that is done through your habits, because your habits are the framework of your life. Yeah. That's key number 61. Drop a 1 in the chat for me if something that I just read, if one of the keys that I read was something that you needed to hear today. And if you want to apply that to your life to get the desired results. Drop a 1 in the chat if that's something that you needed to hear. Yeah. This isn't just a book. This isn't just a book. It's a mirror. And some of you just saw your reflection that you've been running from. What did that passage expose to you? What did it make you aware of about you? When you looked at, when you heard that and you saw that mirror, what did you see? Call me and tell me about it. 813-686-0963. The Manifest Nation hotline is open right now. You can give me a call. Let's talk about it live on the air. Don't be scared. I ain't gonna bite you. I ain't gonna be mean. I'm not gonna Kevin Samuels you. I promise. Let's talk. Family, let's talk. Call me and tell me, what did that passage reveal to you about you? Because it had told you something. I know it told you something. What truth hit you the hardest? I want to hear from you. Again, that's 813-686-0963. If you want to talk to me live on the air, I would love to take your call and have that positive discussion with you. I want to peel back the excuses. I want to reinforce the right habits. Let's see. Yo, you on the Manifest Nation hotline. Who I'm talking to? Tiffany, great day. How you doing, sister?
Oh, I'm doing very well.
Awesome. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Tampa, Florida.
Hey.
I'm New Yorker, but this is my transplant town, and I love it.
Okay. All right. Now, tell me what you experienced in reading those passages. What stuck out to you?
Knowing that
You dropped out, Tiffany. Are you there? Oh, the call just dropped. I'm sure she's gonna call back. That was one of our great sisters from the Manifest University community. She's been rocking with me for plenty of years. I knew as soon as I heard her voice, she ain't even had to tell me. And I'm sure she's gonna call back. But you also have your opportunity. 813-686-0963. If you want to talk on air, I want to hear from you. Let's bridge that gap between reading it and living it. That's my job as the mentor, is show you how to apply these things in real time and make it make sense in your life. Hey, shout out to everyone that's been streaming my music. Shout out to everyone that's been going to brianhyppolite.com and downloading my music from my website, picking your own price and downloading my music. I love y'all to life. Thank you so much for all the support. Listen, if you have a moment right now, I would love for you to elevate your vibration by speaking life over yourself, or allow me to speak some life over you. I want today to be a day that you refuse to bury your potential. There's been way too much of that going on, way too much of that happening. I want today to be a day where you refuse to bury your potential. If you can't say that, I refuse to bury my potential. There's been too many years, too many seasons that you've been in hiding. Too much time that you've not been stepping into your light and walking in your glory. And you know what you've been hiding from the most? Yourself. I am no longer willing to hide me from the world, and I'm no longer willing to hide from me. I remember getting to that place in my life where I'm no longer willing to hide from me, knowing that there was greatness inside of me that I wasn't tapping into. So say that. I am no longer hiding from me. That's power right there. That's power. Speak it. Say it as many times as you need to for you to know with a certainty what type of time you want. I am no longer hiding from me. I am worthy of growth, worthy of discipline, and worthy of destiny. And I had to come to a fork in the road where I not only realized that, but stood on that business. That I was worthy of growth, worthy of the discipline that it was going to take to bring the things in my life that I wanted, and worthy of the destiny that I seen in my dreams. Because I definitely did go through a time where I stopped believing in my dreams. I'm so grateful. You know, I sometimes get tears in the back of my eyes when I think about it, but I'm so grateful that I didn't give up on me. I did have that time where I stopped believing in my dreams, but I'm grateful that I didn't give up on me, because there's been so much evolution since the moment I decided that I was going to stop settling and start growing and start applying the discipline and start walking in alignment with the destiny that I saw for myself. I took it from being a distant memory and a pipe dream and brought it into my reality. I took it out of my mind and put it all in my hands. If you was counting me out, cancel all of them plans. You hear what I'm saying? I am manifesting the highest version of myself right now. Say that. Say that. Say that for you. Say, I am manifesting the highest version of myself right now. That's how you feel. That's what you want. Is that what you're ready to do? Is that what you're actively doing, intentionally doing? I don't know if you got a chance to check out or to be present yesterday, but we was talking about so many things on yesterday's live. But, you know, one of the things that were brought up were what intention was. An intention, and you may want to write this down. Attention is awareness. I'm sorry, consciousness. Consciousness is awareness mixed with intention. Consciousness is awareness followed by intention. And there's a level of consciousness that you are meant to reach and that you must reach, that you must exist on in order for you to have those things that you see in your dreams. The realities that you are meant to create are already there. But in order for you to get them in this realm, right here, right now, you're going to have to level up your consciousness. Okay? You're going to have to level up your consciousness, because the truth is, you don't get the life you want. You get the life that matches your consciousness and your identity. I started the podcast. I started this stream talking about us growing up in a world and an environment that gave us a false identity, and how so many of us are adults living with the scarred and flawed identities that we got in our teenage years, living with the unhealed trauma from 20 years ago. Some of us more than that. I'm 40. I don't know how old you are. I'm 40. I'm 40 years old. You see the grades and stuff growing in. Listen, this is living. This is life. This is living. This is living life like, we ain't gonna talk about that. But this is living life. But I definitely had a false identity for a lot of years. I was definitely under a false identity that my trauma gave me, that my pain gave me, that my fears gave me, that my failures gave me, you know, that my environments gave me. And I had to outgrow that so I could grow into this version of myself. That version of myself had to die, man. It's good dude, but wasn't the one that was going to get what I came here to get. And you shouldn't be okay letting anything stand in the way of what you came here to do and what you came here to get. Not even the current version of you. You don't get the life you want. You get the life that matches your identity and your consciousness. Your identity is the thermostat of your potential. That's a punchline. Let me drop a bomb on that one. Your identity is the thermostat of your potential. If you don't raise it, your life will always cool back down to your comfort zone. If you don't raise your potential, if you don't increase the identity that you're going through life with to match the one version of you that will lead you to that destiny, life will cool you back down to your comfort zone. Life will cool you back down to what's normal to you, what you're used to. The body and the brain resist change to keep you at a familiar baseline. I believe science calls it homeostasis. Homeostasis. Yeah, homeostasis. That's homeostasis. That's your body and your brain resisting change to keep you at a familiar baseline. And that's why you sabotage progress so easily. That's why you slip back into cycles almost unconsciously. Because not because you're weak, but because your identity hasn't caught up to your potential. Because your identity has not caught up to your potential. Stasis, homeostasis. Thank you. Thank you. I said it was saying it incorrectly. I appreciate that. It's time for your identity to catch up with your potential. This is where my mentorship exists. This is why the mentorship exists, to stretch you, to raise your internal thermostat, to build the identity that can actually hold the blessing that you are meant to receive. There's blessings that are on their way to you, circling around you. I used the example last night of being at the airport and my plane not being able to land because of having too many planes on the runway. There are things that are waiting to manifest in your life that as soon as you make space for it, as soon as you align with it, as soon as you put everything in this proper place, you'll begin the reality that can hold the blessings, that can be a good steward of the blessings. Who knows your potential is bigger than that identity that you've been living in? Drop a key in the chat if you know. If you know and you're aware that your potential is so much bigger than the identity that you've been living in, drop a key in the chat. I want to see how aware you are of what's happening right now. It's important that you identify the fact that there's so much greater available to you. Again, I want to talk to you about this. So call me at the Manifest Nation hotline, 813-686-0963. Call me right now. Let's talk live on the air. How do you feel? Where do you feel the gap between your potential and your identity is? And what have you placed in that gap? Let's close that gap. Let's talk about what you've put in that gap. 813-686-0963. If you're watching on Twitch, the number is on the screen. Got another subscription. Shout out to everyone subscribing to the channel. We about to reach these goals, man. I hope that's what you're doing. You out here reaching your goals, aligning with and coming through, following through with the actions that are going to get you closer to your goals. Shout out to everyone joining the family. Manifest Nation. Welcome to it. Yeah, let's chop it up though. 813-686-0963. Call me and tell me, where do you feel the gap between your potential and your identity is, and what have you been putting in that gap, so we can address it, so we could close that gap together. Listen, this is what I'm doing on my mentorship. This is what I'll be doing in my mentorship program. So I'm giving you the moment, I'm giving you the opportunity to get a free mentorship session. My Manifest Mastery mentorship program is changing so many lives and legacies. I'm so excited every time somebody joins, because the way that we go in, the way when I lock in with you and we identify what's in your way, listen, I'm on your team to come up with solutions, to get you out of your way, to give you a guideline of things to execute, so that you can be that greater version of yourself, so that whatever you're suffering from, that suffering can end. Whatever your family's dealing with that you want to change, you can start working on that. That's what this Manifest Mastery program is, something serious. Okay. And if that's something that you're interested in, if you really want to work with me one-on-one for 6 months, let's do it. Hit me up, send me a DM so I can get you more information on my Manifest Mastery program. It's definitely not for the weak. It's definitely not for the weak. It's definitely not for those who want to run, who want to hide. And none of those people ever show up, because there's a weeding out process that I'm going to put you through to see if you're really serious. Before I commit to giving you my energy one-on-one, like we talking, we on the phone, we on the Zoom multiple times a month, I'm going to make sure that you serious and that you ready, because I'm not about to waste my time and my energy. I'm not about to waste my time and my energy, and it don't matter to me. Look, there's people that's gone to BrianHyppolite.com, skip the interview process, went to BrianHyppolite.com, signed up for the Manifest Mastery with me, and then once we started, within the first session, I could see clearly this is someone who, I mean, it's been different things. It's been this was just someone who just wanted to be in my presence and say, all right, I could pay this amount of money and get access to them, and they did it. Or this is someone who's just not serious. They getting ready to get ready, but they really not ready. Listen, I'm gonna send you your $10,000 back. That's why I tell everyone, go ahead, start with the let me know that you're interested, and we'll do an interview. Because I listen, this is how serious I am. I have no problem sending you your $10,000 back, or whatever payment plan you used to get in it. No problem sending you that money. I value my energy. I value my potential too much to just give it away just because someone can afford it. You know what I mean? And I challenge you to get like that with your time, with your energy, and with your divine purpose. If we were just talking about something else that I was doing to make money, then all right, I'm taking it. I'm getting that back for sure. I don't know many people who turned down a $10,000 payday unless they tapped into their purpose and realized that there's no money, no amount that's worth that. So potential and identity are nothing without consciousness. And that's why I keep talking about it. Because you got potential and you got identity, but they're nothing without consciousness. And what is consciousness? I just let y'all know. Consciousness is awareness plus intention. So what's your level of consciousness? If life is not responding to your desires, it's responding to your dominant state of awareness. I'm giving y'all some game today. I'm giving y'all some game today. What you gonna do? For a lot of you, it's time that they do. There's a phrase called shit or get off the pot. It's time. It's time for you to figure out exactly what you're going to do, and the level of consciousness that you're going to have and that you're going to have going through life. Think about it. If your consciousness is stuck in lack, you'll always find ways to sabotage abundance. That's how that goes. That's how that works. If your consciousness is anchored in trauma, you'll mistrust love every time that it shows up. Yeah. Even if it's your own, let alone if it was somebody else trying to give it to you. If your consciousness is small, your opportunities always feel too big. And this is why the Manifesting You book was written. To show you that your outer life is just a shadow of your inner awareness. Write that down. Your outer life is a shadow of your inner awareness. And this is why the nation on Twitch matters, because daily exposure to higher consciousness rewires your own. That's why the subscribers to the Twitch channel get access to the Discord, my online community. You get access to the replays, all the vaults of information of personal development and self-mastery and goal execution and all that great stuff that I've been putting in there for years. You get access to all that. You get daily elevation. You get me tapping in with you on a daily basis with something that's going to add value to your life, because you can't shift consciousness with just motivation alone. So I'm not even here to motivate you. I pray you get motivated, but I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to transform you. I'm here to give you the ability to transfer yourself. I'm here to connect you with the God in you that has that strength and that power. I don't believe it comes from me. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the respect. I appreciate the way y'all view me. I'm just a messenger, though. I'm just a humble messenger, a humble servant of the Most High. And I'm doing what I was sent to this dimension to do. Walking in my purpose, walking in my divine purpose. And in order for you that requires immersion. That requires you being immersed in the thing that is going to allow you to grow and allow you to change. So let me ask you, what has your consciousness been reflecting into your life lately? What has your consciousness been reflecting into your life lately? Put it in the chat. Let me know. I want to hear from you. What has your consciousness been reflecting into your life lately? Ask you again, because I can hear you think about it. What has your consciousness been reflecting into your life lately? It's a great opportunity to acknowledge your greater existence. I love that. Ever after say calm and release. I love that. Because that's what it should be. That's what it should be. Letting go of everything that is not contributing to your elevation. Letting go of everything that's not adding value, that's not supporting purpose. Letting go of everything that urges you to rush. When we talking about calm and ease. Listen, I'm in a season of ease that I've never experienced in my life. I'm in a season of blessings coming to me, the things that I want to manifest happening without all of the intense labor that I've always been about. Now, I'm highly intentional with the way that I execute to create the realities that I want, but God's been letting me know, man, you just need to sit still and believe. You don't have to do all this laboring. Just be intentional with what you're creating and sit still. It's on its way. And listen, I'll be outside laying in my hammock. If I'm not homeschooling my children or creating music, I'll be outside laying in my hammock, just as my statement to the universe that I'm not doing nothing. It's all happening and it's all coming. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great answer. Anybody else got one? What has your consciousness been reflecting into your life lately? Because you are worthy of a life of ease, a life that doesn't require all the hustle and all the grinding. Matter of fact, that really opposes everything that we're talking about. The opulence of abundance, the way that things will come to you because you're in alignment with it. You can't outwork alignment. You can't out hustle and out grind what will come to you just for you existing in alignment. And I'm in that season. Again, I'll be working now. I'll be working now. Like I use this as an example all the time. I'm on the West Coast. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out to Phoenix, Arizona. Y'all been showing me so much love since I got here. Thank you for embracing me the way that y'all have. Me and my daughters love it out here. But I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning to give myself an hour to myself before I start pouring into the world, before I do, because at 4 o'clock in the morning, my time, which is 7 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, I start streaming. I start pouring out. And that's coming from the overflow of my cup that was filled by me for me. I filled my cup for me so well that it overflowed, and I just share that with y'all because that's what I'm meant to do. That's what you're meant to do. Stop pouring for your cup. Your cup is your cup. Your cup is for you. I really wish you would switch that up and stop pouring out of your cup. You give from your overflow. You overflow and allow that to be what everyone else gives. You pouring into you is how we get to your greater existence. I mentor a lot of people, and often when I'm speaking to people, I ask them, what is your greater existence? What does that look like? Most of them don't know. They know they wanted to be better than it was. They know they want to experience something different. But I say, what's your greater existence like? And they don't know. So let's take a moment to envision what that is, because those visions are powerful. And we're going to do that. Matter of fact, greater resistance. Yeah. And if you're watching on stream on Twitch right now, you're gonna see
clarity offers the proper direction, and with the proper direction, all you gotta do is execute in alignment. But first and foremost, we gotta know where we're going. Focus on what you're about to do. After all you made it through, you still be doubting you. Can't be waiting on a sign when you're the proof. No point in looking at the facts when you're the truth. Your purpose and your power are much greater than your problems. Use them both to solve them, or they'll keep evolving. Trauma ain't your fault, but healing's your responsibility. Be your greatest ally, not your biggest enemy. Sometimes you gotta make a pivot. I'm focused on my future, not my past, and everything shifted. Self-awareness makes you truly gifted. I identify my triggers, learn from them, and start moving different. But you gon' be a slave until you master self. Mindsets of abundance, they attracting wealth. If it don't align with me, then that's fine with me. But greater's what I gotta be. Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Yeah, focus on the gifts that God gave you. Who are you outside the way that your pain made you? What would you do if you ain't have what your fear gave you? How would you love if broken expectations didn't change you? Don't make excuses, make better decisions. Can't blame nobody else for the way that you live it. Playing victim to your past just gon' keep you a victim. Overcome that superhero syndrome. Go from lacking limitations to a lack of limitations. It's gon' take you moving with a lack of hesitation. It's gon' take reversing all of that backwards thinking. But it's gon' take you further than all them dreams that you dreaming. And yeah, you can do it. I swear you can do it. I believe you have what it takes to get through it. This is divine timing, divine intervention, divine direction, divine protection for your divine mission. Greater shall you do, go. Greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence?
All on you to manifest that greater resistance of yours. So shout out to everyone that's tapping in, that's tuning in. Shout out to everyone that's watching, that's streaming with me on Twitch. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for subscribing. Your subscriptions is getting you so many perks, so many benefits. And I look forward to connecting with you, each and every one of you. Make sure that you be on the lookout for from the message, the DM that you're going to get from me that's giving you access to Manifest University so you can connect with me and the rest of the community on a daily basis. And in addition to being in the community, you're going to get access to 8 of my eBooks, my Manifesting You workbook, my affirmations, my guided meditations, monthly member-only meetings, the replays from all of my streams and all of my classes. There's a lot of great stuff going on. So make sure that you are subscribed to the Manifest Nation channel on Twitch, man. Welcome to the nation. So who can answer that question? What's your greater existence look like? You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. You can hit me up on the Manifest Nation hotline. We could talk about it live on air if you ain't scared. 813-686-0963. Give me a call. Let me know, what does your greater existence look like, and how are you aligning yourself with it today? What are you doing now that you never did before that's aligning yourself with your greater existence? I want to hear from you, and I want to hear about it. 813-686-0963. Hit me up on the Manifest Nation hotline. Let's chop it up. Don't be scared. I'm gonna be nice to you, I promise. For everyone else though, I want you to, if you have a moment, if you can, I would love for you to visualize yourself in a room full of mirrors. If you have the ability right now, close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let's do it. Let's do it together. Matter of fact, we're going to inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds. Inhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose for 4 seconds. Hold it. And then release through your mouth for 4 seconds. That number is 813-686-0963. 813-686-0963. So yes, if you can, close your eyes and visualize yourself in a room full of mirrors. Each mirror shows a different version of you. Broke you, the abundant you, the wounded you, the healed you. Which reflection do you keep choosing? Which reflection do you keep choosing, and which one have you been avoiding? Let's talk about it. 813-686-0963. I'm taking calls right now, live on the air. Visualize yourself in a room full of mirrors. Which reflection are you choosing, and which one have you been avoiding? As you identify that, I want you to walk towards the reflection of your highest self. As you see that reflection of your highest self, and you walk towards that lighted, that illuminated, that glowing reflection of your highest self, as you get close to it, step into it. Breathe into it. Say this with me. I am not my past reflection. I choose the mirror of my highest self. My consciousness creates my reality. I align, I rise, I manifest. Yeah. Yeah, now give yourself a round of applause if that's what you really are. Family, who saw themselves in that meditation? Who really did it? Just in those few little moments, who did it? Who did it, and who saw themselves in that meditation? Talk to me. Put it in the chat or hit me up on the hotline, 813-686-0963. If you was watching this from Twitch, you would see the number on the screen right now. I'm trying to tell you, it's a whole nother experience over here. 813-686-0963. I only got to say it to those who's not watching on Twitch. And by the way, these broadcasts, these lives that you're getting right now outside of Twitch, this is just so that you're aware of what's happening, so you could join and you could be a part of it. But pretty soon, this will only be happening exclusively through the Twitch channel, through Manifest Nation. So come over and join the nation. Make sure you follow and make sure you subscribe so you get all the bonuses, all the perks, and all the access. So yeah, call me and tell me, what reflection have you been choosing and which one are you ready to step into right now? Your confessions are going to be your teaching moments. I know a lot of people who run from this level of accountability. I know a lot of people who like me when they can turn this off, but wouldn't dare step into an actual conversation. They wouldn't dare actually step into the mentorship because of the level of accountability that's attached to it. What's up? What's up? What's up? You on the Manifest Nation hotline? Who I'm talking to? Tiffany from Manifest University. How you doing, Queen?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well.
Awesome.
You know, now that I've learned that I don't have to allow my emotions to run the room, I actually have the vibrational control. Life goes a lot smoother.
Yeah, it sure do. It sure do. Now, tell me, for those who are listening to you, for those who may be in a space that you were in, how did you get to where you just described, where you were in control emotionally of your life?
So first, I had to acknowledge and accept accountability that I was feeling. Just because I was feeling it didn't mean that it really mattered. Like, you're gonna have emotions, you know. Somebody can say something, and your ego is going to be triggered. But ultimately, you don't have to react from that. For sure. That's good. That's good right there. You preaching, Tiffany. So feelings don't matter as much as we like to believe that they do. We give them way too much attention, right? Right. Oftentimes, it's just a teaching moment. How could you move better in the situation? Yeah, absolutely. So tell me this. We were just doing that visualization exercise where you're in a room full of mirrors and each one of those reflect a version of yourself. Did you do that? Did you get a chance to do that? I did. Okay. What were the results? Did you see a version of yourself that you have not been connected to, that you should have a closer connection to? Oh, yeah, I have my downtimes. I saw the version that I need to connect to more often. Okay. What have you been doing to separate yourself from that version? Are you aware of anything? Say that one more time for us. It says poor connection. Tiffany, you still there? I know she was on to something. She was just about to tell you. Now, Tiffany has been in my Manifest University community for almost 5 years. She's been in my Manifest mentorship for a year, which means she meets with me once a month. And we have powerful conversations on the things that are happening in her life and the things that she's changing in her life to stay in alignment with where she wants to go in her life. So big shout out to Tiffany. Let's see. I'm quite sure she'll call back. She might be in an area that does not have good reception at the moment. But thank you so much, Tiffany, for calling in and for sharing what you have shared thus far. We appreciate you. Anybody else want to hit us up? 813-686-0963. Welcome to the nation, Manifest Nation. There's so much growth taking place right here. And I'm so proud of each and every one of y'all just for being honest. Whether you're calling, whether you're putting it in the chat, or whether you're just having a conversation with yourself. Thank you for being honest about the growth that you're ready to have
that you're ready to experience. Family, let me say this as plain as I can. Potential without structure is wasted. Potential with discipline becomes destiny. We're going to say that again. Potential without structure is wasted. And potential with discipline becomes destiny. Most of you don't need more inspiration. You need more structure. Many people join in to Manifest University or my mentorship, my mastery programs, and they think I'm just going to give them a list of things to do, which I do for sure. But you know what really changes and what moves the needle the most in people's lives is that list of the things not to do. Most of you don't need a new to-do list. You need to follow the not to-do list. There's so many things that if you take these things away, it's going to put you in alignment. You have things in your life, whether it's your mindsets, your thoughts, your belief system, your reactions to life, your habits. There's all these things that pull you out of alignment. But that alignment is what gets you where you want to be. Great day, Erica. Another Manifest University alumni in the building. A morning routine. We were talking about this yesterday. A morning routine that aligns with your destiny, that aligns with your goals. You don't need more inspiration. You need more structure. You need a morning routine that aligns with your energy and your goals. You need a daily practice that rewires your mind for your success and not your detriment. You need to, a lot of you need a mentor. I'll be honest with you. A lot of you need a mentor. You need someone that sees you. That's what I always wanted growing up or all through my life. It's just someone who sees me, who allowed me to feel seen and acknowledge where I was at and where I wanted to be, and gave me the routes on how to get there. And then checked on me, held me accountable to following that route and not allowing me to get off balance or out of alignment. That's what mentorship is. Big shout out to everyone who got into the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. Y'all have heard me talking about that for about the last 45 days. I blessed each and every one that joined the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp with a 90-day, a 90-day program. So y'all got 2 extra months for the free just because you signed up for the 30-day. And that's because this is the way I am. It's the way I move. If you want to invest in yourself, I'm going to invest in you too. Don't ask me to invest in you. You're not. But to everyone that signed up, they got blessed with an extra 2 months of guidance. And they're in day 2. And there's already been reports of, man, I ain't think about that. But just off of moving differently in this one day, I'm seeing a different result. I'm feeling different. And that's what it's all about, And that's what the Twitch subscriptions with the nation gives you the access to. Your scaffolding until the structure is in you. Because information doesn't transform, application does. So who's tired of just collecting gems? Y'all pull up, y'all get these gems, y'all get the bombs that I be dropping, y'all write it down, y'all screenshot it, y'all do all that. Who's ready to take it further than that though? And actually execute? Who's ready to apply it? Drop a 1 in the chat if you're ready for application. You're not just here for inspiration and motivation. Yeah, I've been writing music. I've been writing songs. I've been creating a soundtrack for your healing and your elevation. And big shout out to everyone that's just now finding it and that's now utilizing it. This is what it's all about. The Manifest Nation hotline is open. I'm gonna give y'all another opportunity to call if you want to talk. If you got something that you want to say, a question that you want to ask me, or some guidance that I can offer you in this moment, we could talk live on air if you ain't scared. Before we close out the broadcast, man, it's 813-686-0963. If you know tonight is your turning point, if you're ready to maximize your potential, if you're ready to build discipline and walk into consciousness, call me, declare it, and let the nation witness it. Yeah, that's what we on. For those who are just tuning in, just tapping in, welcome to Manifest Nation. This is the home of evolution and elevation. Do me a favor, though. Give me a number between 1 and 111 so I can read you a key from this powerful book. This is my favorite book, and it's definitely going to be your favorite book as well. Manifesting You 111 Keys to Unlocking Your Divinity. It's time. It's time to unlock the doors to success. I'm promising you. Because you know what we don't pay attention to is the fact that throughout history, throughout human existence, philosophers, scholars, master thinkers, teachers, no matter where they came from, every great mind they've all agreed on one thing. And that is that man is the master of his own universe after man becomes the master of his mind. Because if you can master your mind, you can master your universe. You can master the world around you. You can create the world around you if you master your mind. So if your reality is not reflecting the life that you want to see, there's something in your mind that needs to change. There's something in your consciousness, or maybe the lack of consciousness, that needs to be addressed, that needs to be updated and upgraded. So I want to read you a key from this book. So give me a number between 1 and 111, between 1 and 111, and I'm going to read you the corresponding key. Everything I'm talking about right now is prerequisites. We talk about prerequisites. Y'all remember them college days when we had your prereq classes, those prerequisites, before you even got to your major, before you even got to the thing that you was really there to do, you had prerequisites. Things that you had to complete in order for you to get to that next level. And that's what we're talking about right now. Alignment, it's a prerequisite. Consciousness, awareness, intention, that's a prerequisite. You're not responsible for the programming that you received as a child, okay? But you are 100% responsible for the programming that you live by as an adult. So although we were raised up in a pot of dysfunction, and it was normalized, at this big age, if that's what you're choosing to exist in and what you're choosing to pass on, listen, that's a choice. That's a full-on choice. And you can't blame nobody but yourself. Like my song say, don't make excuses, make better decisions. That's some accountability for your ass. Don't make excuses, make better decisions. Can't blame nobody else for the way that you living. Playing victim to your past just gonna keep you a victim. Don't shoot the messenger, because I shoot back and my aim better, I promise you. One last call, 813-686-0963 if you want to chop it up before we get off the air for the evening. I would love to talk to you. Before we get out of here, I definitely want to extend the offer and the invitation to join my Manifest Nation community by subscribing to the Twitch channel. Then I also want to extend the invitation for those who want to take it to the next level and want to work with me one-on-one for the next 6 to 8 months on manifesting the life and legacy that you desire. Send me a message on whatever platform you're watching me on, so I can get you the information so you can start that process. Get you the application so you can get started in that process to join one of my mentorship programs. I have 2 of them. Depending on what it is that you are looking to accomplish, you're gonna get into one of them. But so this has been a powerful day, man. Powerful day for me. I pray it's been a powerful day for you. I pray this has been a day where you have been living a life that represents your greatness, your power, and your purpose. Not your failures, not your traumas, not your fears, not your doubts. Please stop letting them run your life. Let your greatness run your life. Let your power and your purpose run your life. Let your divinity, let the God within you be the loudest voice that you hear and be in the driver's seat of your life, guiding you past all the bullshit and straight to all the blessings. Thank you again for everyone that's been supporting, that's been going to brianhyppolite.com, purchasing my music, purchasing my books, signing up for my classes and all that great stuff, man. I thank you. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be able to pour into you. So this has been Manifest Nation. But let me remind you, what we do here is not entertainment, it's elevation. It's exposure. It's empowerment. Many of you came here tonight carrying weight, carrying cycles, carrying masks. Put those down. Leave here with truth, with tools, and with the spark of shift. Don't you dare pick those things back up that are limiting you, that are tying you to limitations, that are tying you to lack. And don't you just stop here with what we've done tonight. Inspiration without action is just another high. That's really why I got into mentorship instead of just having this community. You know, I love my Manifest University community. I love teaching them. I love the vibe that we have. I love our retreats. I love all y'all. But if after 3 years of it, I realized, though, there was a lot of people that was just showing up just for the high they was getting. They were showing up for the feeling that they would get when the inspiration would hit or when the motivation would come through. They were showing up for that feeling. I love y'all, but I ain't here for that feeling. And I ain't here to give you that feeling. I'm here to spark you into illumination. I'm here to model divine illumination so it could spark your spirit. I'm not here to give you no feeling without action. I'm here for your transformation. Don't ever get it twisted. That's why I don't tolerate a lot of bullshit. Because I'm not here just to be here, just to entertain and just to be seen. I'm here for transformation. My time is valuable and too many people want it. I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to let you do it either. Transformation comes from what you apply when the music stops and when the camera's off, when no one's looking. You could tell me that you want that healthier body all you want. I could see you in a few months and see if you was really about that transformation or not. I could see if you was just talking about it or applying it. We could look at your money. We could look at your relationships. We could look at so many things and see if you just talking about it or if you really about it. I'm going to read you this key before we get out of here. Key 51 from the book. Shout out to my brother Jimmy from Manifest University. He said lay key 51 on them, B. And I got you, bro. Because that's exactly what they need. I don't even know what key 51 is, but I know that's the divine one that they need right now. Thank you for being that messenger. Key 51. Let's see. Let's see if this is a divine alignment. Let's see. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm tripping. Ask yourself these 6 questions to begin your voyage into a mental space of not reacting to the limitations of your environment. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy. Ask yourself these 6 questions to begin your voyage into the mental space of not reacting to the limitations of your environment. Spot on. Who am I outside of the identity my pain has given me? What would I be like if my past experiences didn't make me this way? If money wasn't an issue, what would I do based on my love for it? What would I like to not be afraid of? How would I love if I felt free to express it? Last one. What do people tell me I am gifted at or great at that I have yet to seriously pursue? You want to talk about divine alignment? Man, that's a powerhouse right there. The right questions lead to the right answers. Y'all better take it seriously. This ain't hype. This ain't fluff. This is transformation right in your face. You can stay the same if you want to. You can stay the same if you want to. You keep that generational curse perpetuating through your family tree if you want to. Leave it up to somebody else who wanted to step up to the plate and be greater than they ever been. It's okay. I'm talking to the chosen, though. I'm talking to the ones who ain't making excuses. They making a way. Shout out to all the way makers. Shout out to all the people who ain't making no excuses, who ain't giving no room to the opposition, and putting all their intention into the execution of their dreams and of their goals and the fulfillment of those things. Shout out to y'all. That's who I came to talk to. So here's your choice. Do you scroll and step back into the same patterns? Or do you step into and stay in alignment? Those are your 2 choices out every day. We don't got to make it complicated. There's enough things that'll be complicated. This could be simple. Are you going to step and stay in alignment? Or are you going to go back to those same patterns? Listen, let me remind you, grab the Manifesting You book. Grab the Manifesting You book. Is going to be, if your library is not complete, if you're on a personal development journey, if you are healing from past traumas, if you want to know why you're not able to create the reality or have not been able to create the reality that you desire, this book is going to change you. It's going to change your life and the way that you're living it. There's way too many people around this world. This book is in 157 countries. There's way too many people around this world that will co-sign what I'm telling you right now. Many of them are on this live. Many of them are in these virtual rooms from wherever you're watching from. Get yourself this book. It's going to change, like I said, the way that you're going through it. And it's going to guide you. It's going to guide your mornings. It's going to guide your reactions to life. It's going to guide you to seeing yourself greater. Get the book for sure. There's also book bundles available at brianhyppolite.com. Whatever's necessary. If you want to get a one-on-one coaching session so we could discuss it, that's available for you as well. Subscribe to the Twitch channel. Join my online family. Subscribe to the Manifest Nation channel on Twitch. Don't let this opportunity slip you by, because it's only for the first 111 that subscribe that are going to get, first of all, lifetime founder status and recognition on Twitch. I've been seeing people commenting, and as it comes up on Twitch, it says first, because you was one of the first 111 to subscribe. You know, you're also going to get, like I said, access to the Discord, access to 8 of my eBooks and 1 of my workbooks. You're going to get affirmations, guided meditations. You're going to get access to me on a daily basis, because that's where I'm at every day. If you like what you see from me on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, that's just a piece. That's just crumbs from the table that we feasting on in Manifest University. So come and get your access. You're also going to get a discount code, a family member discount code, so you can save money when you grab some of the tools and resources that I made available to you at brianhyppolite.com. So yeah, step into all that. And of course, if you're really ready to take your life and your legacy to the next level and you want some help with that. You want to work with me. You want me to work with you for the next 6 to 8 months. Let me know. Send me a message so I can get you the information so that we can get you involved in my mentorship program. Let me walk you through the trenches of transformation. It's so much easier when you got a guide. Because this nation right here, it's not just a broadcast. It's a blueprint. It's a bloodline shift. Shout out to all the bloodline breakers. It's the evidence that you don't have to settle, shrink, or sabotage anymore. And there's been way too much of that going on. Too much settling, too much shrinking, and too much sabotaging. You don't got to live like that. Today's a day for you to be greater than you've ever been and walk in the alignment that represents that. And I pray that this broadcast, this stream has given you some tools, some resources to do that. Take your life and your legacy to the next level. Stay aligned, stay elevated, stay unshakable. And as always, remember, you are Manifest Nation. Till next time, be great, be powerful, be God's. Let that God within you walk around this earth and stop pushing them away to the back of your mind. Stop letting your fears, your doubts, and all that other crap, disbeliefs and trauma, stop letting all that run your life. If you over there saying, all right, Brian, yeah, easier said than done. I heard you. You're right. It is easier said than done, but it's doable. So we going to say it because our words are powerful and they create our realities. Because you say something enough, you believe it. So if you believe if you say it enough and you start to believe that you have the ability to change your reality, I bet you're going to start doing it. I bet you're going to follow through with the actions. And that's what we're doing. That's what it's about. So listen, I love y'all to life. I wouldn't water you if I ain't want you to grow. You already know, though, a rising tide raises all boats. If I raised you, if I elevated you today, do me a favor. Do you a favor. Do us all a favor. Share this knowledge, share this wisdom, and elevate somebody near you. Or someone far away, a stranger. It don't even matter. But elevate the vibration today with your vibration. All right? You ready to take it to the next level? I'm ready to take it to the next level. Let's do it. Let's link up. You want to get into the mentorship? You want to join Manifest University? Let's do it. You want to get these books? Let's do it. Let's not make any excuses. Let's make a way. All right. Greatest shall you be, greatest shall you do, greatest shall you have. Till next time, take care. Be great. Be powerful. Guys.